Welcome back to MMA Oddsbreaker. I'm sitting here in Stockholm, Sweden. Obviously, I'm here at Corner Ranker Tour, but I ran into Stefan Struve actually when I was sitting in the sauna, not cutting weight. No, I'm too fat for that. And I was surprised that your jaw's not wired closed. You don't have a big head. Like everything seems like, honestly, it seems like nothing happened 4 weeks ago.
No, it's everybody's surprised. Everybody who sees me there and over here, and especially the people who were over there and saw it, they're like, "Whoa, you recovered pretty good." And everybody thought my jaw would be wide shut, and I'd be drinking and eating through a straw. But I'm chewing, talking, and doing all the good stuff. So.
No, I want to tell you as a fan, I really appreciate you putting the photo up of your face, because there's a lot of new fans that come to the sport. They don't know actually what we go through and how we get these spaces. And when they saw you drop, like, oh, Mark just hit him hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not really broken. It's just kind of hurt a little bit.
No.
Then you put the X-ray up, and there's a gap about 1.5 inches on the film.
Yeah, well, it broke about 15 seconds before the first one, and then the second one made it a little worse.
Oh.
So, but it was a pretty good break for me. Then it could have been worse. And the thing I was disappointed with, they called it a TKO, KO loss. And for me, it was a loss due to injury. The moment I hit the floor, I kicked him away, saw him coming, and I was just focused on that. I tried to get that tooth out, but then I felt in my mouth. I was like, oh no, that's quite a mess. So.
And really, it's a huge difference. Getting beat by TKO or KO,
yeah, in my
getting
opinion,
beat by injury. That's a huge difference to an athlete. What is that? How is that going to affect you going forward now, getting ready for your next fight?
Well, I'm just super motivated. I didn't perform the way I can. I know people know that. A lot of people asked me what was wrong, and there was just some things that led to my conditioning not being the way it normally is. I can start a second round and really start pushing the pace then and take the fight, to my control. And I just didn't have that in me for the fight in Japan. So I just. And if you feel tired like that after the first round, then you can throw your game plan out of the window and all that. It's all gone. You need to just fight. And I tried my best. In the third round, I just couldn't move away from it anymore. And when you're standing in front of a guy like Mark Hunt, you're gonna get caught. And he caught me, and the rest is history. So.
What did the doctor say? How long is it gonna be before you can start contact and training and all that stuff again?
Well, it's been 4 weeks. I'll be in the gym next week. So it's going to be good to just start, pad work and maybe some sprints. And I'll be focusing on getting into a really good shape in about 10 weeks. I can start sparring then. So if I make sure my body is really fit, then I can just go into the gym without having to worry about a lot of things. The first week will be a little scary, working with the jaw and sparring and all that. But I'll be good, man. I'm feeling really comfortable with it right now. So
now, in this era now, everyone seems to be training camps. They trade from one place to another. They keep bouncing around. Since 2006, you basically you never left. Like when you started at 14, you kind of walked in and you stayed put the same camp.
Well,
why are you so motivated to stay with the same guys, and how do they keep your motivation coming into the same four walls every time to go get ready for the training camp?
Well, the thing is, I walked into Bob Schreiber's gym when I was 14 years old, and him and his wife are pretty much family for me now. It's like he's my head coach, and he has me work with a lot of great other trainers too, because after 10 years there's not a lot of things he can really do to have you learn new stuff every single week. So we work with different guys, and some of the best guys in the world, and just he goes with me to every training session. He plans the week with me, and he just every single session. For instance, I work with a different kickboxing coach now, but if he isn't able to train with me that day, Bob will take over, and we'll just do the stuff we always did and try to get the new stuff in there too. And it's just the way we do it. And for me, I don't see any reason at all to change camps. It's if we're able to bring in guys and have me learn new techniques and all that, the way we're doing it right now, it's like I'll continue to grow, get better, and I like the way it is going right now. So
last question before I let you out of here: where do you find yourself? Don't look at the rankings. I don't care where they have you ranked.
Yeah.
How do you personally? Where do you put yourself into the heavyweight division of the UFC? Where do you think you are?
Well, if I would have won this fight, I would have won 5 in a row. I think I would have been like one of the guys who could be talking about contendership, fighting for that belt. But I need to take a step back, and I just want to pick up where I left before this fight. I didn't perform the way I can, and I'm going to show that it was just a mistake, and I'm going to come back.
You were
really strong.
3-1 in Muay Thai, and then you're 30 and 23-6 in mixed martial arts.
No, I'm, what is it, 30-6 in MMA.
36.
And no, I just fought one kickboxing fight. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like you're one of those guys that once you got into mixed martial arts, that was your dream, you love it. And people don't realize, like, they especially in America, we only know you in the UFC. We don't really know much about you before that, but they don't realize how vast your repertoire was and how many fights you had before you ever made it over to the UFC. And,
Yeah, I had a
and the
ton.
reality of it is you were almost going to go with either Affliction
Yeah.
or somebody else before signing the first time with the UFC, and now you're on your second contract extension?
No, we've been through 4 contracts or 5 already, so it's going to be, the next one's going to be my 14th fight for the UFC. So
yeah, they definitely like you, and we definitely
I got some
like
time
watching
left.
you fight.
So
You know, it's tough for me as a fan to watch you get beat like that, because I know there's so much more, and I knew that if it got to the ground that Mike was going to fall apart because you're so good on the ground. But I also knew that how much more you would grow if you got a loss. I don't want you to lose like that, but if you got a loss, how much more you would grow, because you're still so young. You're only 25.
yeah, that's true. You know, what I said, things didn't go my way, and there's a couple of reasons why things didn't go my way. I know I could have performed a lot better, but I was so tired, my body just didn't do what my brain wanted it to do. So that's it, nothing more.
Thanks, sir, for coming out here to MMA Oddsbreaker. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk to you sometime soon.